Let's talk about things that we never really want to talk about, which is this idea of what's happening in the financial plumbing. And those are the calls that I make to people to say, hey, how is this stuff happening? And when I say financial plumbing, what I mean is the reason why you can have your paycheck direct deposited and then withdraw cash at the ATM machine, the pipes that connect those two, that's the financial plumbing. And it's all around the globe for the dollar. I made some calls to people, Neil, and one guy said to me, we're not the story now, but we're getting closer. So give us your idea or your sense at all what's happening inside the financial plumbing. Does this rate in a way that was near or close to what happened in the pandemic, or are we still far away from that and we shouldn't be worried about that?
I think we're quite a ways away from that. I mean, during the pandemic was so unique because the virus was so unknown and how dangerous it was so unknown that people fled all sorts of assets, stocks, bonds, everything, corporate bonds, treasuries, and they just wanted cold, hard cash. And that's where the Fed had to step in a very profound way to flood the system with liquidity. Ultimately, we have the ability to manage some of these transitions. So if there's a dislocation, I'm not forecasting this, but if there were a dislocation, we have the ability to smooth out that dislocation. But going back to the discussion on yields, we're not going to be able to change where yields ultimately settle. All we can do is make that transition path a little less rocky. But the settling of where yields end up settling, that depends on trade policy and fiscal policy and U.S. economic competitiveness.
You don't want to
That's
stop
out of the Fed's hands.
You don't want to stop the market from getting to a new equilibrium that it wants to be at. You can only smooth the transition there.
Correct. We don't have the ability to stop it settling and wherever it wants to settle. All we can do is smooth the transition if there is